So this is the first time I've replaced the radiator on my 2006 Mazda 5. I did a lot of research beforehand trying to find a manual. Couldn't find anything. Didn't find any videos or walkthroughs. So I decided to hopefully be the first one to make a informational video to help my fellow citizens. So I did actually end up finding the shop manual online. If you Google it, you will find it at it's like on a Mazda forum. I'm not exactly sure which one, but so I did print that out and follow the instructions. So what you want to start off with is removing the engine cover, that plastic engine cover. You want to remove the battery cover, remove the negative terminal. Then there are these two pieces, that one and that one, that go right here. You want to take those off. Okay, there is the engine cover. You also want to take the splash shield off from underneath the vehicle. It's the battery cover right there. Don't worry about the Mazda emblem, you do not need to remove that. And that is the hood latch bracket. You don't need to remove that either. I did because I did not know. So you want to take those pieces off. Now they say to remove the air cleaner assembly because it would make it easier to work. I was able to do it without removing it. You do obviously want to take the bumper cover off, which is fairly simple to do. So along here is a couple of clips, and then up in there, right there where it joins, is one screw on either one on this side, one on the passenger side, and then there are screws alongside the bottom, right here, here, and so forth. There are screws. You want to take those off, and the bumper cover just snaps right off very easily. So once you take that off, you can proceed to take the radiator out. First, though, you want to remove the fan assembly, which I did there. So what you want to do on the fan assembly is remove that gray connector that goes into the, so this is the top view right here. It sits in the vehicle like so. So it's going to be on your right hand top corner. It's that gray connector right there. You want to remove that, and then the fan has a couple of hoses you want to snap off of it that are the one that goes in there. You want to snap those off, just remove them out of the way, and the thing just comes right out. So there are two clips, one there, one there, that snap into the radiator right here. So you want to squeeze those like that with your finger, pull it out. Same on that side, and then just lifts right out, nice and easy, very easy. Once the fan is out, the radiator, you want to remove that. This is my old radiator here. I'll show you this one here for example. So this is how it sits in the vehicle, like so. By the way, I did test the radiator, and I had a leak right there. If you can see how that fin separated, right there. That's where it was leaking. With all the grime, you can see all the grime obviously. Alright, so I did tape these off, put some air in through here, and I saw the air coming out of there on the bottom. Anyway, so the radiator's sitting in like so. You want to take this hose off right there, and then the hose right there. C-channel clamps, C-channel pliers, or needle nose work well for that. So once you take those out, then as it's sitting in the vehicle like this, it has these clips, one there, and those, as you can see in there, snap into the transmission cooler here in the front, which is this one right there. So the bottom ones kind of have a snap-in lock, so you want to push that in. What I did to make it easier, and you could as well, is with the plier, gently just kind of stick it in there and then break the clips off. I do that on one side, and the other side that's the clip there that you want to just simply break off, and it'll come out easier. Once you do that, you drop the radiator down underneath the vehicle. Before you do that though, I forgot to mention, there are a couple of clips here. Right here. These clips. There's one to the right and one to the left. You pry that out with a screwdriver, and then you can take the right here, the retaining clips that hold the top of the radiator right there. So once you take those two clips off there and snap off those four, the radiator should come out. You want to support the transmission cooler, the one here in the front. Be gentle with it, don't break anything. Well, actually no, that's not the transmission cooler. I think that's the AC cooler or something. I don't know, I'm not a mechanic, but I'm just kind of a do-it-yourselfer here. Anyway, so once you take those off, the radiator should come down underneath the vehicle. Is what you want to pull it out of. Now putting the new radiator in is a bit tricky, but it's doable. So what you want to do is those rubber grommets that are, let's see if we can see them through here, that are right inside there. Let me see if I can get a good view. Anyways, it's the rubber feet that the radiator sits onto the bottom there. So you want to put those in. Let me grab the old ones from outside so I can show you. Alright. So, you want to take this and put it inside the hole on both sides. One on the left, one on the right. Put those in, and then the front radiator, transmission, AC, whatever you want to call it, you kind of gently pull that out and in towards the engine area, so you can clip it onto the main radiator. So you clip it on, and once both radiators are secured to each other, the top part you tilt as much as you can towards the engine. Towards the engine this way, and you lift it out past these clips about to right here, tilt it out like so, like this way, and then you snap the 2 feet in to those grommets, those rubber grommets. You can snap those 2 in, and you can verify that they're in by looking underneath the vehicle through that hole right there, that hole. You can verify that they're in, and once they're in, you simply push the radiator assembly in, and these here should line up right there. Then what you do is you take these right here and put them back. Let's see if I know which way to put them back. Hard to do it with one. Anyways, you get the idea. Snap those in. So once you snap those back in, the rest is the reverse of the taking apart. So you snap those 2 in, snap the covers in, and put the hoses back, connect all those hoses. Oh, also one thing I forgot to mention is you take those 2 screws out from the radiator fill cap, which go right there. You want to take those 2 out so you can remove that easier. Anyway, so just put everything back together, snap the fan cover in and everything. I hope this has helped somebody. I'm sure it would have been nice to have a video like this. Please rate and comment. Sorry for the bad quality shaken video. Just kind of a do-it-yourselfer here in my garage. So thanks for watching, and hope this helps.